Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. ASMR evening. Hello. Hello and welcome to the Voices from Behind podcast. I'm the host, Eva. With me is the co host who has the same name. We
You
are.
have my name.
I have your name and you have my name.
We have the name.
The name. We, we have the name. Hello and welcome to the Voices from Behind podcast, the podcast where every week we throw movies at each other and we discuss those movies the following week.
Kinda made it maybe a little bit,
Kind of,
possibly.
maybe, sort of. We're only a day late, but it is now the end of Found Footage Month, as that's what we did in October, and we're going to end it
Re,
with The Monster Project.
why is it ending?
Uh,
Re.
So we're going to talk about the Monster Project later in this show. It's been a bit of a quiet news week. Nothing much has happened.
Oh no, that's where you're wrong.
Oh, what's happened? Are we go?
Do you know what day? Do you know what day today is?
It's the 1st of November.
It's BlizzCon.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, we'll
Oh
get to that.
no. Oh no. Well, we'll get to that. Do you wanna fill us in, sir? Tell me how have you been? Tell me what you did over the week.
Well, I saw a couple of movies.
Yes.
One of which was, you remember that shitty found footage horror movie called At the Gallows?
Yeah.
Well, you know it has a sequel, right?
Why?
Okay, so the story is fucking weird. Apparently, the sequel was made like 1 year after the original production of The Gallows, which was back in fucking 2012, and it was shelved for even longer time than the fucking Gallows, the original Gallows. So now it got released to the public, I guess. Someone decided to license it and just sell it.
Okay.
I prefer the first one. The first one had some decent moments. It wasn't great. It wasn't even good, but it had decent moments. This one didn't have even that.
Right.
It's just it's dumb. It's just dumb. I also went and saw Countdown.
What's countdown again?
Well, let me summarize it like this. You remember Final Destination? God, Final Fantasy. Final Destination, the
I
movies,
remember
right?
both of those things. Yes.
Well, imagine the reverse of Final Destination, where you know exactly when you're going to die and you can't escape it. But unlike Final Destination, where the idea was the very creative chaos,
Yeah.
yeah, that was just fucking breaking necks. Oh, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. It was fine. It was serviceable. It wasn't like really fucking bad. It was just fine
Okay.
for what it's worth.
For all
Eh,
intensive purposes.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird. Spooktober this year didn't have a lot of spooky movies.
No, actually, we're no, nothing's actually come out that's been that great.
Like
I guess.
I knew that this was gonna come out because it's Spooktober, so fine. Also, it was PG-15.
Oh, so it actually had some blood.
Kinda, yes. I mean, like I said, that's fine. I mean, that's just if you want to watch something really dumb for a night, do it.
Right.
It's not horrendous.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Other than that, I think I watched a couple of TV series. I mean, I think did you catch up on Titans?
I did, yes. Do you want to talk about Titans?
Sure.
Because
Did you like it?
that show has completely like redeemed itself for me.
Kinda. I mean, it still goes to the fucking melodrama shit.
I don't give a shit. I got to watch Ian Glenn do the 1960s Batman dance with a pair of strippers.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was I was howling. I was in stitches. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was fucking great.
It was fine. I mean, I think the whole point of his subconscious having Batman is the thing.
It's a good no, but also this show made like
Yeah.
they finally understand both Dick and Jason.
Yeah, makes sense.
But both of them
Also,
act
Crypto.
exactly, and Crypto's just exactly what I needed. The
He's
way
the best
they
boy.
just fly out the fucking window and just crash through it and run away.
Mhm.
Everybody's like, "What just happened?"
Mm,
But I fucking love Jason in this show. Like
yes.
he's gone from being like an annoying piece of shit, and now we realize why he's like that because he's just hiding the fact that he's emotional, and
Uh,
it makes so much sense.
yeah.
Didn't expect him to get it on with Ravager, but that's a different. I'm guessing that was just a comeuppance that's gonna come back at some point.
Probably.
But yeah, no, Titan is really it's fucking great. Even the effects
Yeah.
have gotten better now. Like episode 8 isn't out yet, but I watched 7 and it was fucking great, man. It was really
I
good.
know. I know. I hope it continues like this. It's actually pretty nice.
If it carries on like this with decent character stuff, yeah, fucking do it.
Hmm.
There's been barely any action like last couple episodes, and it's just been
Yeah, this is
great.
kind of boring. I expected more action, to be honest, because this was one of the issues with the original one.
I'm not fussed.
Yeah,
Like even there's a lot less action in this one, but there's a lot more character stuff, and it's good character stuff. It's not just stupid fluff, so I'm okay with that.
maybe.
And Crypto.
And Crypto.
Although
We need...
I do think Crypto should be a Labrador, but
No, Crypto
because
is Crypto. He looks the most dignified thing in existence.
yeah, but this one kind of looks like a bit mangy, but you know.
Huh?
He just looks a bit like a stray. He doesn't look like original Crypto. I'm pretty sure he looks like a Labrador.
Uh,
But I don't know. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I just want to see more Superboy stuff now. Now that he's like properly in the team, and I finally want to see the reveal about Jericho and what happened there. So maybe Rose can calm the fuck down, or maybe
uh,
just leave. I don't know.
okay, this is interesting. This is
Yes.
fun. How was your week?
My week. I did a couple of things. I went and I watched Mousetrap in the theater.
Which one did you watch?
Mousetrap, Agatha Christie.
Okay.
The one where there's a murderer and they're all in a guest house and it's in the middle of winter, so none of them can escape.
Uh,
It
and
was it was slightly different for the movie, but and slightly different I think in general, but it was really good. And one of the best things about it when the show ends, they all obviously they're all bowing and they all get together and they say, "Look, we want to keep this going, so please don't spoil it for anyone," which is a pretty cool touch. Like you don't get that at the end of films, but because it was theater, they got
uh,
they got the chance to say it. Um, I've got a couple of things going on, but I won't be able to reveal them for a bit. I did go and see Opeth last night.
Alright, how was it?
Oh, fucking great, man. It was fucking. There was only one small problem.
Yes.
I lined my stomach with toast and some beans before I went out.
Why?
I put toast in my stomach, more bread, so I can have a couple of beers and not feel bad.
You fool. You absolute fucking fool. You never do this shit.
No, no, no.
Come on.
Something worse happened.
Did you get the runs?
From the mouth.
Why?
I don't know. So I had a beer, literally just one pint, and the whole show, as much as I enjoyed it, my stomach was an absolute balloon. We can literally feel your sides touching your shirt.
This is why you don't fucking eat before you go to gigs. This is simple. You should
But I
know this.
wasn't jumping about. No, I found a nice quiet corner. I didn't move. I was just there.
You still don't do it.
However, I was so violently ill on the way back that I projectile vomited on a wall. And it was just pure liquid. It was just the beer, nothing else. It was just that one pint of beer came out, and I immediately felt better, like as if nothing happened. I've been a bit like woozy all day, but apart from that, uh, not much else. I didn't do much else. I watched obviously the Monster Project, and I'm working on a couple of things, just personal like projects and shit. But let's see, have I played anything of note? I haven't. I haven't had the chance to get around to playing stuff. Um, what day is it today? It is Friday.
Friday.
No, I've literally like I had 2 days off this week. I went. One of them was in the theater. One of them was I saw. What's it called? I saw Opeth last night. Supported, by the way, by the Vintage Caravan. If you haven't heard of the Vintage Caravan, check them out. They're just three dudes from Iceland, and they make like I'm trying to think of like what bands to give you. Just so imagine solos, like a bunch of really good solos in a song, like type Jimi Hendrix type solos, and then you mix that with heaviness, kind of like Clutch and Baroness, and then you like invite a bit of like really soft vocals. It's a weird mix, but it's really good. It's not like shitty. They are indie, but they're not like shitty indie. They're good indie. They're enjoyable to listen to. They're really good on stage as well. Like for just three dudes, their sound is like quite big. But apart from that, I can't really think of having done much else. Uh, Sorry, bear with me a second. So yeah, if I was gonna get around to playing not Ion Fury. Is it Ion Fury? Or Ion Maiden? I'm confused now.
Ion Fury, because Ion Maiden was the original
Oh, the
name.
original name, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get into that, and I'll give you feedback on it next week.
Mhm.
So would you like to get
Yeah, you need to play Ion Fury on the last difficulty.
on the last?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'll tell you what I did do. I watched Mandalore Gaming's review of Dusk.
He's kinda right, but kinda wrong.
In places he is, and yeah, I agree with a lot of the stuff he says, but other things I'm like, you didn't need to be that harsh on it. But
I mean, no, I mean, he's kinda right and kinda wrong. That's the whole point of it.
yeah,
In a sense, it's fine because he at least enjoyed the game. Because that's the point, and the point
that's
of
the
the
idea.
thing.
Yeah.
If you enjoy the game, but the game is so much more than what he thought it was. That's fine. Also, doesn't make it bad.
No.
I guess he just wasn't in the mood because he's been playing a lot of shit. Fucking Fear 2. I would never suggest a person playing that heap of pile of shit.
Just play the original. Yeah.
I mean, he was right. The original is basically smoke and mirrors, but at least it's good smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. It's at least it's like enough to fool you to think that it's something more than it is. It's not, but at least it's not pushing itself to be much more than what it is. It's just
I mean, the AI is still better than almost all of the fucking games that came recently out. So make what you wish on.
pretty much. Let's see here. Did I do anything else? No, no. I've been a boring fuck. I've just been working, 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 and more working. So, but that might change soon. We never know. So, Carrots, shall I get the transition ready?
Sure, get it away.
Let's get me the transition ready. We're blazing through the weeks. You can tell we've not done much in a week.
I mean, last night there was a Halloween party.
Oh,
It's just like the fucking street, and it was fucking bullshit. Because
noisy.
one of the houses triggered alarm for some reason. It was fucking demented. And my housemates, because I live the house next to us,
Okay.
they were having a fucking live band concert inside it because some of them are fucking music students,
Oh, great.
aka useless pieces of shit at this point. And my friends, because they live, because where I live next to me is another bedroom, but where they live, they can actually hear him play. Mohammed said that they stopped at 6:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
I just, he was like, next time I do this, I'm calling the police.
Oh, by the way, I
Uh,
I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. God damn it.
what did you dress for Halloween?
Me.
Yeah.
It was nothing. I was at a concert.
I mean, it's an OPEF concert. You can dress as anything you want. People
I
don't
was
give a shit.
dressed as a really cool dude, and then I threw up afterwards. So
Like a really cool dude.
like the coolest dude. I was going to add something to the conversation about the weeks, but it'll probably come back to me eventually.
Mm.
So let me just get the transition. We're doing the news transition. Huh. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. So, news. BlizzCon is happening.
It's happening.
Yeah. How bad is that?
Okay, so first of all, we're gonna have an Overwatch 2.
Yeah, because they need to patch up the situation, so they're
No!
going.
Oh god, no. Also, they announced Diablo 4. There's a
Th-
trailer and shit.
Didn't Diablo 4 get announced ages ago?
No, that was the Diablo mobile version.
Oh, right.
Ah, yeah. This
I
did
remember
it.
that.
This is legitimately a save your fucking life situation at this point because they know they fuck. Also, apparently, as far as I saw, the president gave a shitty. We're sorry for the whole Blitzchung debacle in China and Hong Kong. A shitty one, according to people. I haven't checked it. I don't know. I'll whenever I can, I'll get to it.
Right.
Also, the trailer I think came out about Cold 8. It's a feature movie.
Call
It
date?
looks Cold 8. It looks decent enough.
Cold 8. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I watched the campaign for the new Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah, I also watched that one. It's pretty fucking bad.
It's not terrible for a Call of Duty game.
It's the same shit over
It's just a
there.
reboot of 4, basically. It's the
Well,
assembling of the team from 4.
well, no, because in 4 he only got fucking soap. He never went for more than soap.
No, Gaz was in there. Gaz
Oh
was
yeah,
one.
but gas and soap. Those are the two. Here we don't get soap. We just get gas. Soap and
No, no, he assembles the
ghost.
team at the end. He gets
No,
Soap and Ghost on board.
no. He doesn't assemble them. He just puts the fucking files on. He's like, "Well, this is for the sequel." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck you."
What are you
But yeah,
gonna
people,
call it? 141.
I, it's been so many years since I've played the game. What the fuck was a 141?
141 is the task force number from 4. And Modern Warfare 2 and 3.
Okay,
Or
which is
whatever.
so fucking
Or
weird because
whoever, whichever ones are left by the time, by 3.
man, I don't know. It's so. And there was like, there's plenty more. I was like, oh, huh, because fuck you, we'll pander to more people now.
Yeah.
Also, the whole fucking just I. Well, I
It's
mean,
got
the
some
game is
decent one-liners in it and stuff like that.
well, the whole line was not good. I'll give it that much. At least they tried it out.
Yeah. It's a fucking game blockbuster, so I didn't expect much, but it gave me a bit more than I bargained for, so I didn't complain too much about it. And it didn't like push things down your throat too much. And when people said that it's gonna be that no Russian is gonna be like a baby walk through it, they were fucking right. We
Well,
get
no,
we get like
because
civilians exploding in this one way too many times.
no, but the idea is that much like in all Russian, which
Yeah.
was a novelty at the time, and people didn't understand it until to this day that people fucking dumb and don't get it.
Yep. Very
The
true.
way it works is like this: you have a choice. You either take it or you don't. The game doesn't punish you for it, if you whether you take it or not. It's not like games like Spec Ops: The Line where the choice actually fucking matters.
By the way,
But
for anybody that hasn't played Spec Ops: The Line, play Spec Ops: The Line.
yeah,
For the story, I would say. Not that much for the gameplay is just a cover shooter, but just play it for the fucking story. That game is amazing.
yeah, there you have choices to make. These choices do matter.
Yeah, you can end it like 2/3 in if you fuck up one of the choices. So
Mm. Well, I didn't, which is the funniest thing in
no,
existence.
I got the final ending.
I got two of the endings though.
Yeah, you,
The
you can
third
get
the
you can
third
get
one
4, I think,
three.
altogether. Was it
No, it
3?
was three. But the fourth one is an optional one because in the last fight, if you're able to survive
Oh, survive
the
the fight.
whole
Yeah,
onslaught, which is fucking useless because it just changes like fucking a couple of seconds. It doesn't
gentlemen,
matter. It
welcome to
doesn't
the
matter.
lie.
But it doesn't make it bad though.
No, no, it's a great game. Honestly, it's one of the better games I've
Yeah,
played over the
here
last few years.
they do the same. They give you the choices, but since we all grew up and this shit isn't exactly novel
Yeah.
for us, it's just you see it from a fucking mile away. It's lost its value in a sense.
Yeah.
Then, then again, at the time that the no Russian one, it's like until people fucking piped up about it, they didn't realize that you could not shoot and still pass the mission.
Yep.
It was like
You can only
and
shoot.
here
You can start shooting at the end when obviously your survival depends on it. But if when you're in the airport and you don't have to shoot anyone, but people didn't realize, so everybody just flipped their fucking lid and the media got on it and all that. Just
exactly.
goes to
Yeah,
show that people are
I didn't know I
uninformed.
couldn't shoot until I figured out I couldn't shoot. I was like, okay, fine, I get it.
You don't have to shoot. Yeah, you can just walk and nobody does anything to you.
There was also but here it's like people just on those moments. What is the moral choice? Would you shoot his wife and child, or would you shoot, I don't know, shoot him somewhere else and just or not shoot him at all,
Yeah.
based on his previous actions and just fucking linger on that? And like, well, that's
I don't
something
know.
that
I
fucking
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 love
works.
Price in this game though.
Hmm.
Price
I
is
I
young Price just doesn't give a shit. He's just a
don't really like him.
snarky bastard the whole game. And the
Honestly,
actors they got to play them in the
I
cutscenes and stuff, they're pretty decently animated.
yeah, okay.
And they're exact scans of the actors as well. They look
Yeah.
exactly like them.
I think most people were angry about the safe house. I think it was the mission where basically Gaz enters with the SAS and just kills the terrorists that are living in the house. Some of them were not. It's just some fucking weird shit.
I
Just
don't
a,
know. I don't even remember that. But it was like it was like a 3-4 hour long
that's like
video.
the third mission. Then after you get introduced to Gaz and you run out the streets in London after the
Oh yeah,
bombing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool intro to Price as well. When he just blasts the door open, you turn around, and just see him in the smoke, and you go, "Yep, there's this fucking hat. I see that hat. I know it's him." But it's a decent, I guess. It's enough to get people hyped for the next one, I guess, which is a bit sad considering that they could have just done it in this one. But
That's
if
fine.
then again
I
though,
mean,
if they'd done it in this one, it would have been like, hey, no, you shouldn't have done it this
yeah.
way.
So, Bethesda was forced to give refunds in Australia.
No.
Yeah, they were forced by the government, by the court system. Apparently, so yeah, it just happened. There's also class warfare now in Fallout 76.
Oh yeah,
No,
the
no,
because you get
no.
a badge next to your name if you've paid $100, so people are like chasing you and trying to kill you every time.
Yeah, it's literally class warf. Uh,
Oh, that's great.
you know, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I think it was,
Yeah,
failed so miserably that
obviously.
literally that crashed Ubisoft stock in a whole night,
Jesus fucking Christ.
and now they're trying to remedy it. Also, like it's like apparently EA and Ubisoft are trying to get back on Steam.
On Steam.
Yeah,
So they leave
that's
Steam,
well, yeah. They get their shitty fucking platform that doesn't work properly. They
and now
realize
they
that
want to
there's
go back to Steam.
yeah.
Are they even like trying to be subtle about stuff? Because I don't think
No,
they are.
no. This was announced. This was announced. I mean, the Ubisoft one is still not confirmed, but EA is definitely looking back into coming back to Steam. That's why we get games that were for Ubisoft and Origin Store. Now we get them on fucking Steam as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because it definitely did hurt a lot of the games sales. That's why we haven't had a crisis in like what since three. Because the game is just basically fucking dead.
True. But speaking of that, by the way, of because you said not video
Library they
game.
implement.
Hmm.
Did you see the new library they implemented in Steam?
No. Oh shit. Let me open up Steam. Let me have a look.
It's horrendous. It glitches. It fucking bugs the whole thing. You need to restart Steam.
Let me
Oh.
pop up Steam because I disable it while we stream so it doesn't like mess with anything. Are you gonna start? You're not gonna start? There we go. Okay, so we have Steam open, or it's gonna open eventually. In the meantime, have you seen the trailer for Hell on the Border?
It looks horrible. It's just horrible.
The 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 western with Ron Perlman.
No, wait, what? Which one?
You haven't seen it? Hell on the Border. It's a trailer with about about cowboys.
I'm a cowboy.
I'm a I wanna be a
Oh yeah. No,
cowboy,
I
baby.
Red Dead Redemption is slotted to come out on PC at some point where
And
people stop
then
giving a shit.
next year.
This is when people stop giving
I
a
think
shit.
I think they said February or March next year.
When people stop giving a shit,
Yep. Well, no, it's a Rockstar game. People will just fucking slobber that shit up.
people stop giving a shit about fucking GTA coming to PC and the
Right now
online one.
that you said Steam and new library, I have Steam open. I clicked library, and Steam
Did it?
went into not responding.
Well, yeah, congratulate. Oh, you need to probably restart your Steam. It's probably a good one. But yeah, welcome.
I'm just gonna wait for it to respond and hope for the best. Um, yeah. Also, Death Stranding is coming out on PC February or
Oh,
March next
I
year.
know, I know. Young got an early copy from PlayStation,
Oh, did you see
and
the launch trailer for that?
yeah, I
Did
watched
you
most of
did
it.
did you understand any of it?
Mm, some of it, but not all of it. It's just that's the whole point of it. Young played it and said the game's good, and he's not going to spoil anything. So, I mean, best way is just go to his channel,
Yes.
And see what the fuck he has
What
to say.
what's the channel so we can plug it?
Young, yeah,
Young
without
yeah.
an H. Young, yeah.
So YONG.
YEA.
Yes. Okay. Young yeah. Young yeah. Okay. Steam's gonna have to get closed now because it's not responding at all.
Oh no shit. This was a fucking dumb shit. Why the fuck did I do this?
I haven't been on Steam in ages, as it is.
Well, that's probably why, because you need to reinstall and update it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh no shit. The fuck did you expect?
So, yeah. So, yeah, the movie with Ron Perlman does not look great. Also, you remember how D&D were going to do a Star Wars trilogy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing it anymore. uh, they recently apparently did like a little Q&A session where they explained their approach towards they explained their approach towards Game of Thrones and how they worked on the show.
Yeah.
And apparently they basically had no idea what they were doing the whole time.
No, no shit. The people that wrote the Game of Thrones list, who after it turned to shit, they were slotted to do Star Wars.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing Star Wars.
Anymore.
Not
You
anymore.
know.
No, no, no.
Well, yeah. People figure out that they're dumb fucks. They don't know shit about. Who knew? Who knew that the whole fucking point of the Game of Thrones being carried through is the fact that it's just basically people being angry at their personal favorite characters dying, so they just wait to see where their friends' personal favorite characters will die.
What? No.
Who knew? It's just basically dumb fuckery.
Yep. So we're not getting it. They're not.
Fine with it.
Excuse me. They're not doing the Star Wars thing.
Anymore. I mean, the movie is coming out, so
No, the new film's coming out anyway because they have nothing
yeah,
to do with it. But they were going to do a trilogy and they're not doing it.
good for us.
So, by the way, the Witcher, the
Yes.
series, 20th of December it comes out.
Yeah.
They released the trailer. I think it was yesterday or today or something.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Haven't seen
It
it.
looks really good.
Hmm. I also know that Moon of Madness came out, the walking sim I told you about, and it has
Yes.
middling reception. It's a walking sim, so I'm kind of bored by it.
Yeah.
The,
Why do people insist on making walking sims still? Why is that? Why does it
okay,
cost
so
$20? Is what I want to know.
because it has a story and character, obviously.
But you
It is
pay
so
money to play the game, and you're not playing the game. You're just walking.
no, it apparently has puzzles in it. Surprisingly decent puzzles. That's what people said. I don't know, I haven't played it, so I'll trust them. Most people said that the puzzles were good and well thought out, but the story and the monsters were fucking dumb.
It's got middling reviews.
No, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look terrible.
Apparently, the monsters look very, very mediocre
Yeah, they
at
do.
best.
I'm looking at one now, and it's the type where they've clearly tried to go, oh,
Yeah.
uh, look at this thing, and you're looking at it like, I don't. Oh God, that's a YouTube link. I don't want to do that.
I know. I saw a bit of it. Be fair.
It doesn't. I mean, it's just tentacles, which is
Yeah.
silly. The more tentacles you put in, the dumber it looks. It's just a hentai thing at this point.
Well, that they were going for the Lovecraftian space cosmic horror theme,
No,
which
I
it
get
doesn't
it,
do.
but you don't
But
have
it's
to put
dumb.
tentacles on everything just because it's Lovecraft. Not all of his shit has tentacles in it.
Yeah, but people don't understand anything, so who the fuck cares? It's just, I mean, well, if they said that the puzzles are done well, that's good. That's something they can build on for.
Yeah, we
I
can.
guess.
If the puzzles work, they work. But I guess. Oh shit! I pushed my microphone. I'm so sorry. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's worth paying $20 for something that you just walk in and do a couple of puzzles. That's not, to me personally, that's not exactly gameplay.
But it isn't. But in a sense, it's like those point-and-click simulators that we have.
True, I guess.
I still, some of them I do like,
Some of them
but
though, but they're not $20.
most of the time, sometimes they are. Just sometimes.
And when they are, they're usually shit. Like
Oh,
Amnesia. I understand paying for Amnesia, because Amnesia was like not just a walking sim; it was a proper horror game with mechanics and stuff.
well, just the first one, because afterwards it was complete fucking shit.
True. The was it the pig sim, the machine for pigs or whatever it's called?
That was the last one, I think. Maybe the second
The
one.
last let me see the Amnesia games.
Weren't there like 3 games? I remember the first one. First one was decent.
Yeah, the first one's pretty good actually. It's got like all the sanity mechanics and all the darkness and shit like that. It does a pretty good job. Okay, let me see. So where are the games, bruh?
Bruh.
There's only two.
Okay, fire.
So it's the first one, and it's a machine for pigs. Is the
Yeah,
sequel?
Machine for Pigs was a fucking joke, so we don't talk about that one.
It's an indirect sequel to Dark Descent that, while set in the same universe, takes place in an alternative history with different characters.
I know, it's completely fucking shit.
Yeah, the first one's pretty good because again, it came out in a time when everybody was making horror games where you just couldn't fight anything. So they made major character, you know, just a Heidi boy who solves puzzles, which is pretty good. Same as Outlast. The first Outlast is pretty good.
Nah, the first Outlast wasn't that good. Come on, you saw me play it.
I still
You
need
saw me destroy it.
to. You're hiding in the lake with the guy just right next to you. I need to play the second one. To be fair, still haven't had the chance to sit down and play the second one. The second one looks fucking.
It's
Like,
bad.
is it?
Oh yeah, it's really fucking bad.
Oh, that's a shame. It looked like it had a lot of potential.
No.
That first
Oh,
level in the
so
thing
that's
in
an
the
interesting one.
church. Oh, it's 75% off on Steam. Outlast 2. Outlast 2 is currently what? Why did it say save 75%? Why is it still full price? I'm so confused. Never mind. Forget what I said. So, any other news?
Hmm. I showed you that there is a thing there.
Thing. Let me have a look at what thing.
The trailer for the thing. God.
Code 8?
Yeah,
Yes, I'm looking at it.
looks really good.
Let's have a look at this. I can't stop yawning, jeez. Oh, there we go. Code. Oh.
Wait,
Oh.
what? No. The fuck.
Interessante. Just mute this tab. It's what's his face? It's Robbie Amell.
Yeah.
It's Stephen Amell's cousin. Stephen Amell from Arrow. Let me just flip this horizontal and hope we don't get flagged. Yep. Play the video. Have a look at this trailer here. It does, the effects from what I saw before I did this kind of look like the effects in, if you watched I Am Mother.
Mm, yeah, this one sounds familiar.
It's a film with a robot.
Fair enough.
It's Stephen Amell as well. They're both in this film. Um, and the dude from okay, all right. The I Am Mother is basically a film about a robot where a lot of it was practical.
Oh, I remember the movie. Yeah, I don't remember which one you're talking about. It just took me a while to remember. Yeah, it was fine.
It
Wasn't
does
great.
it pretty decent for effects and stuff. Considering that most of it was practical and very little, they only use CGI to enhance it.
Ooh, you're gonna love this. Devil Daggers minus 50%. Buy that game.
Devil
It's
daggers.
literally 2 quid. Yeah. It's literally 2 quid.
I also, by the way, cleaned my keyboard. On just
Okay.
took the whole thing apart and cleaned it. I'm so happy I did because I can actually now feel a huge difference. There was so much shit under my under the buttons, and I made the effort to. I've done the thing. I've done a thing where I've got my arrow keys. The just the regular arrow ones, and I flipped them
Okay.
so they now point slightly downwards, and it's a lot easier to scroll through things. I know devil daggers. It's only £2. Yeah, boy.
Yes. It's that good.
Yeah, I will buy the devil daggers as soon as Steam decides to, respond as it does or doesn't. Um, so yes, yeah, devil daggers. Let me see if I can. Let me try and launch Steam again, and maybe, just maybe, Steam
Yeah,
will.
force close it and
Yeah, I
reopen
did.
it.
I did. I had to do that earlier. Uh, did I tell you I'm going to Bulgaria in January?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'm going to Bulgaria in January.
I'll,
So,
I'll see if no, I won't be there. Sadly.
so is it working? Oh no, it's just deciding if it wants to work. Okay, there we go. That's that. Let's see. The Steam merriment. Oh God, what have they done to the library?
Yeah, it's fucking horrendous.
What the fuck am I looking at? Dude, no. Why? I just want to click. Just want to have the last game I played on here. Why is it like this? It just looks
Okay,
like.
so you see, no. See, when you mouse on see, you have the home button, and below it is the search button. To the right, you can specify for it to, I don't know, just appear better.
Holy shit, this is bad.
Yeah,
Do you know what it
it's
looks like? It,
fucking.
it looks like the what's it called? It looks like the Xbox store or the Microsoft store, I should say.
Fair enough. I personally just want them to have the fucking. I just to leave it to installed locally and make me fucking save it. So every time it's just that.
Yeah, I just want to launch the game locally without Steam. That would be great. Unfortunately, it's not possible. What's the name of the game again?
Devil Daggers. What?
Devil May Cry 5. Devil Daggers 199. Yes, my children, go buy Devil Daggers.
It's really good. I have it.
It requires 500 megs of hard drive space. It's a
That's
voxel.
a.
It's a voxel based. Well, kind of voxel based.
Trust me, it's a lot of things.
Oh shit! I didn't want to purchase as a gift. Fuck off. No, purchase for myself. I'm a snob. I'm a snob. I'm a selfish.
Buy it for
Selfish.
someone who's.
Nobody's gonna want to play this, apart from you, and you already own it. I have bought Devil Daggers. Be proud of me. Okay, thank you for your purchase on Steam. Thank you for accepting my purchase, Steam.
Yeah, I feel
Hey.
fucking grateful.
So, as it was Halloween yesterday, I
Yeah.
got reminded of how would I put this? Of a Halloween post. A
Which one?
couple of years ago, well, not actually last year on Halloween, or just before Halloween, I saw one of the most retarded things I have ever seen in my fucking life. So I'm just gonna send you the whole fucking post because it'd be a lot easier. Um, so it's one of the most retarded things
I remember this one's fine.
I
Yeah.
I have ever read in my fucking life.
I
And
always laugh at it. It's
I
funny.
I laughed at it. I laughed at it profusely. I even commented on it, and I was actually pretty like okay. You know what I mean? I wasn't
Yeah.
vicious, or I wasn't angry or shouting at people. I just
Angry.
stated my facts in the most rational and possible way, polite way possible.
You stated facts with a post like this. What are you? Dumb.
Well, a person with half a brain. I
No, because the person with a half a brain would fucking steer the fuck away from this
No,
shit
I kind
post.
of wanted to stir some up, but I stated normal facts, regular facts, saying basically the post, for those that don't know, is from this religious page on Facebook. And so here are some facts about Halloween that everybody knows and nobody should be afraid of. So, fact number, I'm translating this from Bulgarian, so bear with me. Fact number one is that the roots of Halloween come from old Celtic, English, and Irish tribes from back in the day.
That is correct.
Yes, according to those roots, on this day, the worlds between the dead and the living open up their doors, and
That's
all the
correct.
dead come to Earth. So this is a pagan. It's a pagan celebration
Well, well, yeah, it is a pagan one.
connected to sacrificing the dead to the Celtic god of death, which isn't exactly true. Uh,
Mhm.
Two. This is fact number two that everybody once again knows, but this page decides to grill it down people's throats. Is the officially registered Church of Satan openly uh, openly accepts Halloween as their very their prime holiday. Same as Christians have Christmas, so these guys have Halloween.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong. One, nothing wrong with that. Two, the Church of Satan is super peaceful, and they're a bunch of decent dudes. They're not horrific murderers like people try to portray them. So basically, the second sentence of fact two is for them, the celebration ends with their most important dark ritual of the year, where they demonstrate their faith and give themselves to the devil. Oh no, not the devil. Even though
Is that all the sex?
they all fucking. Uh, Halloween, they all get in a room. They just take the clothes off. They start fucking. Just.
Too
Okay.
much gusto. Too much gusto. It
Too
has to be
much.
more fluent.
That's it. They're like a bunch of fucking rats. Hold on, Marge. Hold on, Marge. Hold on. Let me just adjust because my leg got a cramp. Um, Basically, it's just this religious post demonizing Halloween, which is one of the most harmless fucking. Sorry,
To be fair, it's still dumb for us to celebrate Halloween
I don't know.
considering
Don't
that
get me wrong. I completely get that because Bulgaria's never celebrated Halloween because
also
it's a Western thing.
it also coincides with other holidays
Yes.
that are kind of important with historical and cultural significance for us. So I because I know a lot of basic bitches back home that try to say, "Oh, it's Halloween! Oh yeah, I'm gonna dress up like I don't
Like
know, a slutty nurse, a slutty devil, a
and then
slutty Harley Quinn, a slutty something."
yeah, a
Because
slutty
that's what,
something is Halloween in general.
yeah, because that's the only thing they fucking do.
Yeah.
Because even in here, I walk down the streets and people who fucking take care of their costumes and they try and make them look good.
Yep.
They don't just fucking put out a skimpy red dress and fucking red horns on
I
the
fucking
shit
hate
looking
that.
them. Yeah, I was like,
At least paint your skin red or something.
yeah, and they just walk around. It's like it's the same thing. It's just just put some fucking red horns on. Fuck, just
Yeah.
no.
Anyway, what about this post? What I said on it? My comment, pretty long, pretty concise. To be fair, I haven't said anything bad about anyone. I pretty much said that let your kids have a childhood. If they want to celebrate it, let them celebrate it. Just let them know that it's not tradition, and introduce them to other things. And it just gives them the chance to spend time with their friends, like kids should do, because it's childhood and it's character building. And I said that people are saying that Halloween is the biggest thing ever and whatnot. I'm like, what about Christmas, which lasts for 2 months nowadays?
That's not
Sorry,
too fucking
sorry,
much.
3 months, because here now there's
Oh yeah, they do.
they've opened
Yeah,
up the Christmas shops opened up a week before Halloween, and they've started putting up Christmas lights everywhere.
yeah,
It
no.
is November 1st.
I mean, to be fair, Christmas works up is functioning till fucking March. So
True. So I basically said that it's easy to point the finger at people about your stupid mistakes. Like it's not down to God or the devil to look after your kids. It's down to you as a parent. And I pretty much said that let them like fantasy shit. Let them like dark and devilish things. As long as they
and
can.
edgy.
Yeah, as like I put devilish, by the way, in quotations. I'm like, let them like the devilish things. Who gives a fuck? They're
But
kids.
that's
As long as
but
they can
that's
get, as
so
long as they can
oppressive.
get, as long as they can get the good out of the situation, and they understand what's good for them and what's not, then you've done your job as a fucking parent.
But that's oppressive. You're oppressing
I'm
them.
oppressing the children, and I end it with, just because I wanted to dress as Dracula and go celebrate doesn't mean I should be judged for it. And so this fucking cow, I can't even. It's one of the. Is it a group? Oh, it's a self-employed lives in Plovdiv. Well, I'm not shocked. Um, Basically grabs the one thing I said out the whole. This is like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs that I've written down. 4 paragraphs, pretty concise. I mean, I've sent you the post. You can see you can see my. I'm pretty sure my comments at the top anyway, because it's got the most likes.
Mm.
Oh, not the most, but the most recent. Um, and this fucking cow says shit like the just is the most shallow kiddie pool ever, where they open up the conversation talking about electromagnetic vibrations in fields. So basically, they say just because you don't see something with your eyes doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Well, you can also explain to them non-Euclidean geometry and tell them this is the work of the devil.
I mean, that's what I pretty much said afterwards. So then they go, for your information, the humans see only 1% of electromagnetic pulses. And however many other pulses there are, we don't know. There's life around you that you wouldn't even be able to comprehend. But this isn't important. So this fucking moron tries to like outsmart me by talking about electromagnetic vibrations. I'm doing massive air quotes right now. For obviously you
I
can't see
mean,
me, but
you literally liked something that was that last post was about paranormal things with Igor Mikhailovich Danilov, sorry.
uh,
What the fuck did you even do that? Why do you even?
so anyway, this fucking
Sorry,
cow.
this is the one before that was Einstein was wrong and Tesla was right.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
John
They were
Clauser,
both right.
American physicist, specialist in quantum mechanics, and it's in Russian.
Oh, for God's sake! Anyway,
I
this
have a
this fucking cow goes. This isn't important, obviously. About the she tried to like peg me down and call me not smart. Okay, and now she goes with this. You don't realize that saying stuff like that it's not wrong for the kids to have fantasies and like devilish things speaks for itself. Then they proceed to say that through my words speaks the one called the devil. And then they go to say that you're gonna say that he doesn't exist either, but whatever you say. I'm like, and I just want to add that, how would you translate Nivesh? Ignorance?
Ignorance is a good
Yeah.
one.
So they go,
It's not ignorant as much as it's you're uncultured and
go with uncultured.
and you forgot.
Well, no, it's ignorant and cultured kind of go together, don't they? It's ignorant but unknowing as well.
But it's not. It's like you haven't studied. You're uneducated more. There's also the ignorant. You're ignorant, uncultured, and uneducated in one word.
Yeah. So they
It's
call.
not even that heavy of an insult because comparing to some of the shit I have been sharing out to people.
But anyway, they call me. She pretty much says that ignorance doesn't excuse what you've done, which I've not really done much. No, that doesn't excuse what you've done because everything has a price, and that life is like a supermarket. At the end, there's always a till. So then they go, if I have even the slightest lust for knowledge, maybe I should go and look at the library on their website, which is pretty much all Bible books, mind you. And yeah, maybe I was lucky to see this post. Maybe, I'll have my eyes opened. And so obviously I responded with, fuck you. Not exactly, obviously didn't say fuck you, but the moment I say the devil, people get offended, which is the one thing they've seen. They clearly haven't read the whole thing at all. They've seen the devil. They go, no, do not speak of the devil. You will not speak of him.
I'm sorry. It's thou shalt not speaketh.
Thou shalt not mention the name of the devil, Beelzebub.
Hans.
Oh, Hans.
Get the Flammenwerfer.
Get the Strootwafel. Give me the Strootwafel, Hans.
Was macht es? Es werft Flammen.
But yeah, I pretty much that whole comment of theirs pretty much just cemented what I had to say from the get go.
Yeah.
The fact that
go for a cigarette. Be right back.
you go for a cigarette. I'll just rant a bit more about this because I just remembered it and it pissed me off. Shut the fuck up about God and the devil. Nothing wrong with beliefs. There's nothing wrong with. Ooh, I have a message. Oh, it's my Steam support. Oh, it's the like. There's absolutely nothing wrong with believing in things, whether they're real or not. Like, I believe in aliens. Do I know if aliens are real? No. But I'm not going to go on a forum and shove it down people's throats that just because I don't see the aliens doesn't mean they're real, or vice versa. Just shut the fuck up. If somebody doesn't agree with you, don't try and change their mind by saying, go read my Bible. Because I've read the Bible. And it's all a bunch of bullshit written however many years ago that gets changed every 2 years. Just shut the fuck up. If I say shut the fuck up one more time, I'll shut the fuck up. But I will leave this in the description, this whole post, and how ridiculous it is and stuff. But I'm not gonna because it's in Bulgarian and very few people are actually gonna open it. Because nobody really listens to this shit show, but I'm glad that people kind of tune in every now and then. We're getting listens, slowly but surely. But at the end of the day, if you have a belief, don't shove it down people's faces. Just because you're an Orthodox and Christian, like Bulgarians are, doesn't mean you don't have to celebrate Halloween. Yes, it coincides with other things, but you can always do both. You can always grab your kid's hand and take them out for 2 hours at night just so they can spend some time with their friends. They do that every fucking summer. And they're out until midnight. But you don't say anything then because what, is Jesus looking after him or are you looking after him out the window and shouting him home? Because I don't think Jesus is telling you to shout him home. It's you, the parent, with your instincts. Just like other mammals have instincts. Where the fuck am I going with this? What I'm saying is, don't believe everything you read on the internet. And make your own decisions. You don't have to listen to what Marjorie and her Bible have to say, or anybody else for that matter. If you find something interesting and good, unless it's something criminal, just do it. And if you realize that you don't like it, don't just stop doing it. Again, don't be a criminal. I wasn't talking about being a criminal. That's not at all what I meant. Oh no, I'm digging this deeper and deeper, aren't I? Just because you don't agree with a tradition, that doesn't mean that that tradition is a bad thing. Regardless if it's something up west or something in your own corner or something somewhere else. Bulgaria still does Russian still does things that are stuck with us since 1989 when the Russians implemented them, but nobody's fucking complaining about them because it's tradition. When in reality, it's not. It's just something that got beat down our throats, and that's what people are trying to do now with Halloween and other holidays. So you're not making your life better by repeating what those before you did to you. And you can always be the better person and rise up above that and work on it instead of just being a dipshit.
Are you done ranting?
Yeah. To get now that we've on the Halloween topic, in the topic of ghouls and ghosts and devilish things, yeah.
Yeah, we're finishing off with a.
With
I'd say a decent one.
decent one.
I'm gonna put it like this. It's a regular monster movie, and I
Yeah.
fucking love those. From the bottom of my heart.
So
Yeah.
last week you gave me the film called The Monster Project,
Yeah.
which is a found footage film.
See, do you know how I found out about this movie?
How?
One night I was so fucking bored out of my fucking mind. I was browsing through movies. I was like, seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, this looks fucking dumb as bricks. I'm gonna watch it. I finished watching it. I'm like, well, this wasn't even half as bad as expected. What?
If they changed the ending, it'd be way better.
I mean, the ending was there for a purpose because it's like it covers every typical monster trope in
True.
existence.
Actually, it
And
does.
it's done purposefully and it's done well. I mean, the fact that it's found footage because it's not a high budget movie, and the found footage in this case actually hides a lot of the technical difficulties that they have.
True.
And occasionally,
There's a point where you can really tell that it's low budget. At the end, when he looks at what's her name, Muriel?
yeah, Muriel.
Oh, Muriel. Sorry, because I think Muriel is an old lady's name. At the end, when he's looking at her skeleton, you can really tell it's just like a JPEG that's been cropped up on the,
Yeah.
But oh god damn it, where's the fucking wiki for this? Does it even have a wiki?
Yeah, it does have a wiki. Also, Yvonne Zima, the
Yeah.
one that played the vampire, was in Iron Man 3 as Miss Elkridge.
Oh, was she?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
At least she has a kind of a career if she's been in fucking Iron Man, even though Iron Man's movies are some of the fucking dumbest ones in existence. Also, she's in American Horror Story, the new one. Huh.
Okay, the Monster Project doesn't have a wiki, but it has a plot summary on IMDb, so I'll keep that open.
It has a wiki. I'm gonna on the fucking wiki. Sorry,
Okay.
not the wiki on the IMDb.
And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have a wiki page. It's just an IMDb page.
A lot of movies are kind of weird that way.
So a couple of things to say about this. The acting is bad.
But it's funny bad.
Well, it's bad and it's funny bad, but it's kind of one of the worst actor in this film is Jamal.
Jamal, my boy.
Let me just read the synopsis real quick. A recovering drug addict takes a job with a documentary crew who plans to interview 3 subjects who claim to be real-life monsters. The drug addict lives in a house with Muriel, who is the former girlfriend of what's his fucking face? Devin?
Brian? No, wait, was it? Yeah, Devon.
Because Brian is
Is the
the
drug addict.
junkie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I always confuse them.
Jamal is it's just the black man of the show.
Oh, he's the cameraman, one of the two
He's
ones.
one of the cameramen. He's just the black man,
At least he got this one right.
kinda. Apart from
Because,
his acting, because his acting is fucking horrendous.
like I said, I mean, that's fine. Wasn't pretty much expecting fucking Oscar material from a movie called The Monster Project that's found
Yeah, I
fucking footage.
did not expect to see Jim Storm in this.
Yeah.
Jim Storm, for those, he's an old timey actor. He is in Dark Shadows, the original show.
Oh, yeah.
He's a really good actor. He's just campy as hell in this, which I really appreciate. So they find three people. They find a Japanese girl, a vampire, a lady who claims to be a vampire, and a guy who claims to be a skinwalker. They're the Native American version of like werewolves and shapeshifters.
They're shapeshifters, not werewolves. Most people
Yeah,
just do the fucking werewolf thing because it's more close to what they are, but they
he's
generally
not
can
exactly a
shapeshift into.
werewolf either, though. When he
Well, he's a
transforms eventually.
skinwalker.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the skinwalker. That's the difference. They're not werewolves. Werewolves are European.
yeah. So the whole
It's,
time,
sorry, Loup Garou.
Loup-garou. Uh, there's a weird tension between Devin and Muriel because obviously they used to date, but Devin somehow manages to persuade everybody on his team to go with him to this old house, and he was always a bit iffy. Devin, a weird man. Devin, he was always iffy from the very start. I'm like, this guy is iffy. I don't like him. Why is his acting so bad? But there's a reason. So they go through the process of meeting all three people beforehand or giving them stuff, beforehand to get them to meet. So they get to the house. I was going to say Ryuko, but it's not Ryuko. It is okay, there we go. Synopsis. So they get a girl called Shayla, who's a tattoo artist who claims to be a vampire. Then
She fit as fuck.
yeah, yeah. So then, what's the girl's name?
Shyla.
No, Shayla's the vampire lady.
Yeah. Shayla. She's the tattoo
What's
artist
the
that
girl
was the
with?
vampire.
No, what's the demon girl?
Shiori.
Is it Shiori?
Yeah, Shiori. The interesting thing is most of the actors use their own names.
Yes.
So
Well,
the Skinwalker's name is Steven.
it's a found footage film, so yeah.
Most of them, but not all of them, because Justin Bruning is Devon, and Toby Hemingway is Brian. But Muriel is Muriel Zuka.
Yes.
And then
Jamal is Jamal. Oh yeah,
and Stephen
Yvonne's
Flores
name was
is Stephen.
Shayla. True. Okay, so they do the thing, and they finally get to this house where they set up the cameras and they get ready to record the interviews with the quote unquote monsters. So before they get to that part, the vampire lady agrees to an interview, but she wants a vial of blood first, so they get Brian to give his blood. Brian's the junkie, as we stated earlier. They meet with the skinwalker beforehand. They agree with him. The Japanese girl just sends in a CD, and she's like, "Please, I want help." So, pardon moi. They finally get to the house. They start getting everything ready. The Japanese girl shows up first, out of nowhere, and this is the point where you're like, this is weird. Why are they up until this point, the film... Oh, Lord, no, Facebook, shut the fuck up. Up until this point, the film is kept kind of ambiguous as to who's, are they actually monsters? Are they not? What's going on? Is it all edited or, whatever.
But we're all monsters inside.
We're all monsters inside. To be perfectly honest with you, I thought Brian was going to be a fucking werewolf or something. Because he kept talking about which wolf you feed and which wolf you don't, but that was just that was just a drugs euphemism.
Yes.
So then they finally get all the monsters together. One of the funny, I'm not sure if it was funny or not, but one of the funniest things that I found funny and actually found pretty smart and pretty cool. The vampire lady comes to the door, pokes her eye through the hole and goes, "Will you let me in? No, may I come in, please?" Why? Because she's a fucking vampire.
Well, like I
Because you
said,
have to allow a vampire to enter your
yes.
home before they come in. And that was a pretty cool detail. I mean, it's stereotypical, don't get me wrong.
Like I said, they paid. I mean, it's not even the watch. They just know how this shit works,
They
and this
just
is
know
what.
how the monsters work, yes.
Yeah.
They completely understand how every single one of them works. The Skinwalker shows up. They interview him. They interview all three. The vampire lady talks about how she tasted Brian's blood, and then she reveals to everybody that he was still taking drugs, and they all freak out on him. The Skinwalker guy talks about transforming, and he doesn't
I
do much
mean,
else.
it's not like he actually took drugs. It's more like he had the lapse, which is fine. You
Yeah,
know, you're allowed to have a fucking lapse. It's not exactly. I mean, people just freak out because, of course, they're gonna freak out.
yeah. Then
But no
the
one fucking questions the fact that how the fuck would she know all this?
yeah, nobody's like, huh? No, she's not. Then again, she tasted his blood, so
Yeah, but they still don't believe that she is what
no,
she thinks.
obviously.
They think she's a cuckoo
They
woman.
think
But
she's a cuckoo woman.
yeah, she's a
That's the name of the
exactly.
podcast, Cuckoo Woman.
It's just like it's so fucking weird. How the hell did they was like
Yeah.
they just jumped to that conclusion? You're sitting there going like, is someone's gonna address that? Hmm.
So they do that. Then they interview the Skinwalker, who doesn't really give a much. He just says that he's killed a family member and he's made a pact for power
Yeah.
to hunt other Skinwalkers to protect his people from them. And then the Japanese girl comes in to do her bit,
And she freaky.
and shit really hits the fan the moment she does.
I mean, it's basically a possession thing.
Yeah,
And
she's
they
possessed. And at first I thought it was a Japanese demon, because you think
but
she's the Japanese type, so it's a Japanese demon because girl, long hair, white dress, blah blah blah. Then Brian walks over to no, the power cuts off because the Shiori does something weird. So Muriel goes to switch the power back on, and she hears a weird noise because they're in this old dilapidated house that used to be used by a devil cult back in the day. Foreshadowing. Pretty decent foreshadowing, to be fair. I didn't expect that. And then she goes to basically speak to see what's going on from the weird noise, and it's the Skinwalker guy in the bathroom ripping off the because all the windows are boarded up in the house because it's an old house.
yeah.
He's ripping off the boards off the window to see that the lunar eclipse is final. Yeah, by the way, this is all on the lunar eclipse as well.
You think that they'd fucking that at least that guy would be able to predict that she probably shouldn't be there.
No, I just realized that the whole eclipse shit and whatnot, that's also coinciding with the devil because that's the way you summon him through a lunar eclipse.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Like
even
I said,
I didn't even think about that. I just realized it. So she sees him and he's breaking off planks. The lunar eclipse happens and he starts to transform into the Skinwalker. That's a really good transformation, by the way.
yeah, no. I mean, it's like the fucking rule is when you have a fucking oh god, what the fuck was
We
the
have
name?
a
Yeah,
werewolf.
you have to fucking make the transformations good, otherwise you're fucked, boy.
So otherwise, you have Van Helsing. Um,
Van Helsing wasn't even as bad as some of the others.
True. It just means CGI, but because this one was like in night vision and stuff, it looked really good. Like, don't get me wrong, it didn't look amazing, but for the budget they had and whatnot, they pulled it off really well. That was a really, really cool transformation. And then the actual suit that they used for him and the makeup, that was the good part. That looked fucking stellar all the way through.
Fair.
So he starts chasing her around. She goes into the main hall where they're doing the interviews, and Shiori has is just floating in the air with a demonic face. See, her face was fucking iffy at places. Because
Well, yeah,
that's a digital effect. That's not makeup. It's
that is true.
one of the oldest like digital effects you can make. Like give yourself a demon face. It's just a warp and you apply it. But still, though, every now and then when they did the 3D model where it moved about and spoke, that looked really good. So then we turn and Shayla's freaking out. She's a vampire, so the fangs are out. She's running about, and at this point, one of them still Jamal still doesn't believe it, does he? He's like, "Nah, hell no, we gotta get out of here." So they try to get out, but all the doors are something locked and the windows are boarded, so they can't escape. It's like a really good setup for a movie because oh shit, we didn't think this through. Also, before they go in, Devin says, "Put your phones away." That's also a pretty cool detail. Because
Well, yeah. I mean, it is actually a relatively well thought out movie compared.
yeah, because obviously it's a found footage film, so I expect stupid shit. But he's like, "No, you put your phones away because we don't want distractions during the clips and during the interviews."
Boy, was he right.
He was on point. Yeah. So then, um, shit really hits the fan really quick. We get some pretty cool chase scenes, some pretty cool like running about and a lot of screaming, and because it's multiple camera angles, because pretty much Devin, Muriel, and Brian have cameras, and fucking funny, the Skinwalker is a cop,
Yeah.
and they force them to wear body cameras all the time. So
Yeah, you can actually see him.
every time you cut to him, to his point of view, it's super low to the ground. He's just like running. You just hear like panting in the background. It's fucking great. So we get shit hits the fan. Demons chasing him around. Vampires chasing him around. Skip. All three of them are just chasing him through the house, and it just becomes a Scooby Doo episode, but with found footage and more serious, which is pretty good. And like the vampire kill is really cool in this as well because she manages to bite Muriel. And
Oh yeah, that does apply for the next part.
that chestnut, yeah. But the way they kill her, like the effect was pretty cool because they stake her. I think Brian stakes her, and there's a lot of blood gushing on the camera. And then when they look at her, she's like half melted, and there's a skull, and that's pretty honestly for the budget and the fact that it was found footage. That was really well tracked in, and it was very well made. Even the smoke effects coming off it were pretty good. So then they have to, obviously, they've managed to kick the Skinwalker out. I don't know where he's gone, but he's somewhere. So Jamal's hurt because the Skinwalker got him. So he's got a scratch on his back. So now they have to deal with a demon, which for some reason is after Brian specifically. Because
Yeah, because he's believing in God. He's a God-fearing individual.
yeah, so he believes in God, but also people keep saying stuff like, "Oh, Brian's been through shit. Brian's been through shit. Brian's been through a lot of shit because he's a junkie, he's in recovery and all that. But he's been through a lot of shit and he doesn't want to talk about it." I'm like, okay, we gotta get and we do get a reveal of what Brian's been through, which is basically later on when they exorcise the demon out of Shiori.
Well, they don't exercise it exactly.
Not exactly, yeah.
Yeah, let's just say they get the job done one way or another.
One way or another, but during the exorcism, he possesses Brian. And it turns out that in his past, Brian had managed to kill 3 people by dealing them shit drugs. Which again, a bit of a curveball, a bit of like, why did I have to watch this? But then it makes more sense because he's like, oh, that's why he's like this. That's why he's got the mood swings, and that's why I keep saying that he's weak and shit like that. What I'm saying is there's character development in a found footage film.
Yeah, that is. It's a genuinely, it was one of those movies that are like, you sit and expect shit, by the end of it, you're like,
oh, Brian. Huh. You're like, oh, Brian, no. It's just for Brian, though. Everybody else is kind of shallow. Because, like, compare this to... I'm snapping my finger, thinking about a film. Compare this to... what's the other one that we watched? All of them. Compare this to The House is October Built. Nobody actually had character development in that film.
Which one?
The House is October Built.
Well, yeah. No one did have any because that wasn't the point.
True. So in this one, Brian got a pretty decent arc. Unfortunately, he gets killed at the end, but
They all do.
they all do. So Muriel has been bit. Oh, before they exercise the demon, finally, he reveals his name, which is Baphomet. Baphomet is not a smiling demon with no lips. Because that is what Shiori says she sees. And that's what we see a bunch of times during the... you can see it in the poster there. Because that's a Japanese demon in the poster. But then he says he's Baphomet, and Baphomet is a fucking goat.
Sure.
I mean, maybe he's taking a different form and stuff, but... Yeah, Baphomet is a goat. Baphomet is that typical devil goat that everybody knows. Balfhomet. See, Baphomet's the goat.
Oh, yeah.
But he reveals his name, and then obviously Brian gets separated because he's being chased by the fucking... Oh, Baphomet, sorry, without the L. Because he's being chased by the Skinwalker while... like Jamal gets dragged away by the Skinwalker while Muriel and Devin run away up to like this fireplace bit in the house. Another cool effect, when Jamal gets dragged away on his back, yes? And his back is super scratched up. So when they find him later, there's a pretty cool effect where they look up and you can see his entire back moving around because it's been scratched up even more, so all the skins come off.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
That again, for the budget and for the CGI.
I was surprised. I was expecting the vampire to go after Brian because she took a liking to him.
Yes, well, I mean, she tried initially, but no, she did jump on him. That's why Jamal staked her afterwards, because she saw him and just went straight for him.
Maybe because she really fucking wanted Brian.
Yes. Because she tried his blood once. She was like, I'm here for seconds. Don't worry, I don't bite. And then she goes, I can't control myself. Bitch. Pick one. So, yeah. Then Muriel turns, because she's been bit. And Devin goes, you were part of the plan. You were one of the main parts of the plan. And he just disappears from the movie after that. He's like, what the fuck just happened? So Brian finds Muriel. She attacks him. He stakes her. Before that, he managed to kill the Skinwalker as well with a. No, after that, he kills the Skinwalker with a silver pole, because only silver kills Skinwalkers. Blah blah blah, or does damage to them. Because earlier they tried to shoot him. He was like, Jamal goes, this thing gets more pissed off with the bullets, or however he sounds. I don't know. I can't do that. I don't want to do that voice.
Yeah.
So then he ends up running away from the Skinwalker and eventually kills it and ends up in this side house next to the house where there's cameras the same cameras that were there from the get-go, because the guy was saying, oh, the surveillance costs more than the house because we need to keep an eye on it because people get in here all the time and they fuck and all that. Turns out they were watching them the whole time. So, and a bunch of cloaked figures, or as Mandalore calls them, hit reg fuckers wearing bathrobes, come up the stairs with Devin with them.
Sorry, he dared to question the fucking amazing game that Blood is. Granted, I didn't have to run you through all of it.
We've still not finished it, by the way.
Well, yeah, at some point I have to reinstall it, which reminds me I reinstalled a Medieval just now.
Oh.
Because the W on my keyboard on my laptop broke.
Oh, shit.
So I dug out my fucking Black Widow. And now I am staring at it again.
Good.
Oh boy.
Play the games. But yeah, before the exercise of Baphomet, he says he is coming. Turns out Devin orchestrated the whole thing from the very start.
Oh yeah.
To happen
but by the end of it, you could actually tell.
Yeah. To happen, because I gave you the weapons, blah blah blah. Turns out that Devin is also a demon, And that's why I'm guessing, because he says earlier that he left LA to find clarity. And the movie ends by a sacrifice during the blood moon eclipse.
Which is Brian, who's also a God-fearing man.
Brian, because he's a God-fearing man, and everybody else who was there, they sacrificed them all in a pentagram, and the exact same pentagram where Shiori died.
Yeah.
They sacrificed them all there and then.
Sorry.
Blessed be
Continue.
thou, child, to summon Satan.
Well, not Satan, but the Antichrist.
Yeah, they say Satan. Hail Satan.
No, the Antichrist is not Satan.
Isn't it? I thought the Satan was the answer.
He's the child. Because
So he's not
basically
the Holy Ghost.
they just summoned a really big ass demon
Yes, and that's how the movie ends.
who inhabits the body of Brian.
Yes,
I think.
not Brian. He inhabits the body of Devon. They used Devon.
Was it Devon?
Yeah, it was Devon. They just used
Okay,
Brian.
fair.
They just slit Brian's throat to get the last of the sacrifices.
Oh, yeah.
So, if it wasn't for that curveball, it would have been a better film.
Maybe, but then again, it's like you remember Rosemary's Child. It's kind of the same ending. Which is like
Sure.
suddenly, oh, it was a cult. It's like many of those movies throughout the years basically are like that.
Sure.
And it's part of the whole mythos, especially when you look at some part of the Hammer franchise. They had a lot of the culty movies where it's
Yeah.
basically just a cult.
Where it's just
still
the
fun.
turnaround at the end was like, it was a cult all along. Like, what?
It was the cult. It was my cult. Which reminds me, last night I was talking to some people.
Yes.
I was like, I was playing Smite. I was like, oh, Last Assault. And one guy goes like, this sounds like a fucking amazing movie title. I was like, that has to be a movie like in the fucking 80s that should be called Last Assault. If there is one.
I'm looking it up as we speak.
1986 from Romania.
Last Assault. No, I want movie, please.
Yeah,
1985,
86.
85 actually.
Oh,
There-
no,
there-
there is another one. I was like, Romanian.
The Last Assault, yeah, 19. Oh yeah, Noite din Linia in English. We on the Front Lines is a 1986 Romanian
give me a
drama
second.
film directed by Sergiu Niculescu. Oh, what a name, Nicolaescu. Sorry. World War II, during the period when Romania joined the Allies against the Axis. There's also another one called Liberation: The Last Assault by Yuri Uzerov, which is a Russian
Yeah, that's
film.
1977,
No, 71,
yeah.
71.
which is East Germany / Russia collaboration. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I was right about the year. Now,
The Last
there
Assault.
is a 1986 Romanian drama film directed by Sergiu Niculescu. Niculescu, set in World War II during the period of Romania joined the Allies against the Axis. Oh, I know. Because literally,
I know. Don't you worry. I
I
know.
was like, I was fucking correct. But Romania? Really? What? Didn't expect that one. It's just fair. I mean, fair. What fair's fair?
Yeah, it can always be worse. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Next week, what will we do?
The Monster Project. Good film. A fun film. For a found footage film, it's quite fun. Some pretty good chases in it that actually you can actually see, and it's not just bullshit. It's not just an idiot with a shaky cam, yeah.
So next week, what movie would you like me to watch?
I have a film for you.
Go on.
It's called The Invitation
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
from 2015.
Oh yeah.
You know me. You know I like a good downer. So a good depressing downer. So for next week,
Yeah.
You're
Uppers
watching-
and Downers, name of the fucking show.
what now?
Uppers and Downers.
Uppers and downers.
Yeah, man. Uppers and Downers. Take your uppers with your fucking downers. Drink
Take
those
'em.
fucking steroids
Drink
with
the
your fucking
steroids, boy. Put them in your butt.
beer. With the beer.
Put the beer in your butt. Chug it through your butt.
Uppers and Downers.
So yeah,
Get your fucking oxycodone with your fucking amphetamines. Be real, man. Uppers and Downers.
and then go
Yeah.
to the Church of Satan and have an orgy. Right. Is this us? Are we
Yeah,
done?
this is us. Next week, The
Okay,
Invitation.
next week you're watching The Invitation. This has been the Voices from Behind podcast, episode 40. Next week we should be actually back to normal schedule as well. So expect us with more dumb shit next week, and hopefully we'll have more cussing, and hopefully we should have a new
We should.
some more news or something else interesting that's happened, because it's a short one today as well. Okay, I'm gonna play the outro now. Have you got anything to plug or to say, sir? Just clickety clacks. Okay, never mind. Goodbye. We'll see you all next week.